Welcome to Stocking It Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Itma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 18.
My goodness.
I know. Here pretty soon we're going to hit the half-year mark.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I guess here pretty soon.
Wait a minute.
A couple more months, but 26 is we're closer to 26 than 0, right?
Yes, this is true.
All right, and it is today Fat Tuesday?
Yes.
Mardi Gras. Did you do anything fun? We had Zatarain's yesterday. Like the whatever. I didn't plan it. I just really like crab and rice and tomatoes. So I guess if we'd had that as leftovers, we could have claimed that as our Mardi Gras feast.
Funny.
Yes.
No, nothing crazy.
My husband stole some of the beads from my kids' dress-up box over there before he went out on his bike ride, and I was kind of like, are you going to be encouraging people to flash you?
Hopefully it's just, put them on for himself,
Yeah.
He needed some beads.
Some bling. Yeah, here's the one. You know what? I forgot to hit the thing so we know how we can edit how long we've been.
Want to start over?
No. People can just see me get up and sit back down.
Oh, okay. We're not starting over then.
No.
All right.
Sorry, folks.
Well, fine. I got to lean down later because I forgot to put something up here on my file.
That Mardi Gras chit-chat, I'm not redoing it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Last time we had to re-record, I felt like, did I say that already? So not gonna happen. You can just see me stand up, and maybe it can be in your blooper reel. I don't know.
One of your favorite moments, right?
Yeah.
Some people have had their potiversaries, so they've been talking.
Some recent potiversaries where they were instructing people to not have their favorite moment be a traumatic moment for them. I'm like, what if that's really somebody's favorite moment? And it was, very original. That moment was very original. Steve.
So original.
So very original.
I said my favorite moment was when he first called his sock a hoe. I was like, woohoo, that was fun.
Yes. So congratulations to Steve and Callie. We enjoy your show, and congratulations on getting to a year.
Yeah, and then was it Diane who had her potiversary recently too?
Yeah, as did Fiber Nymph.
Yeah.
It seemed like there was a lot of folks that started at a similar time.
Yeah. So
yeah.
We'll be in the group, in October. Late October. So, one of my odds and ends or, random things is that my knitting pal at work, Christy, lent me the season 1 of Downton Abbey.
Downton.
So I think that I am going to be sucked into at least these episodes. And then I'll wait for season 2. Maybe she'll buy that and I can borrow it again. Yeah. Because I know that it's almost over this season. So, if not already over.
It's on PBS.
Yep.
So you wouldn't be able to catch it.
Well, and they probably replay it a lot. I'm not sure. I went from nothing to I got a DVD, so so I know nothing about this show. Except that everybody loves it, and that it probably isn't for men.
Uh-oh.
It's a soap opera.
It's
in, just before World War I soap opera. But that was my big thing that I thought was kind of humorous, because a lot of people out there in the knitting world have been talking this up to me.
Yeah.
And then,
I had lots of zombie shout-outs. Okay. Well, you had a few as well. But GI Punk Jen has dyed up a beautiful zombie self-striping.
Very exciting.
Self-striping colorway, which she has sent photos to me, and I will post out in a thread. And she said she would do pre-orders. I didn't want her to have too much on hand or too little, kind of like the Dancing Dog Dye Works. So I said I would open a thread, and folks that were interested. Unfortunately, she just did it this past weekend, so I don't have the pretty, which to show you, which is more unfortunate because I just want to have it, not I have to show you. But it's got it's the colors of our logo, so black and white and a zombie green.
Yep.
So
we saw the little prototype that she had knitted it up in a sock size, so that we could see how it was striping, and pretty exciting.
Yes, for sure. And she is just a rock star, an indie dying rock star is how I would describe Jen.
She's got punk in her name,
yes.
Right? And I'm gonna reach and crinkle because part of my shout out I forgot that it was something that I needed to get.
And then I was also going to say thank you to everyone that is testing the serrated scarf for posting their work in progress photos. They just make my heart sing. It's just so cool to see everybody's different colored of yarn, how it's working up. So it's and some great photographers out there. I probably should have had them take photos of my FO. They did a lot better job than I did. But I think that's it. You had a couple of things that you wanted to talk about.
So I was out in Plurk and I was asking a few people like, hey, can I, get some of your scrap fiber, blah, 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 because I want to start spinning on the spindle and I don't want to ruin anything that I've purchased from, I hadn't purchased anything yet. I was just begging for scraps basically. And Daisy Knits, she's just Daisy out on Ravelry and Plurk. Jen W has a shop, Daisy Knits, out on Etsy, and we'll link to it. And she's given us a coupon code that is 20% off, and her prices are reasonable to start with, so this is a good deal.
Yeah, exciting.
I think that she had skeins of lace weight yarn, almost 900 yards for $20.
Wow.
So 20% off of that, and wow, that's a steal.
Yes.
And some really pretty colors. She did recently have a shop update, so there will be some out there for the people get early on the podcast, but it wasn't a huge amount. I would say under 20. And then I had just a random, I can't remember who had sent us the link to her at first, for the Remembering Remy.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it was JPEL?
Jipeled?
Yeah.
Yeah. She sent us the link to all her things, and I was thinking about doing it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to mention it. But the more I got to thinking about it, I thought that I would go ahead and share my story a little bit, and how knitting kind of got me through it. My daughter was born at 30 and 6th in lingo there, which is almost 31 weeks gestation, and so 9 weeks early. She was 3 pounds, 15 ounces. She had the easiest road that you can have in a NICU, but she was still there for 6 weeks. And yeah, no hiccups, no problems, no giant issues. She had lung issues, but I had happened to get the steroids that I needed the 48 hours previous to her birth. They were able to stop and do that and then wait. And I was hoping that I'd make it to the end, but I didn't. Mm-hmm. And so she came early. She was a fighter. She had her spells where she'd stop breathing, but the NICU, that's what they're there for. They, would give her oxygen, wake her up, and whatnot. And that was a little nerve-wracking, but we made it through, and from all the stories I've heard, we had an easy road. I mean, it was a hard 6 weeks, but there weren't any complications. She just really had to grow up to be that 37-weeker that she needed to be able to go home. And so I'm going to be participating in Remembering Remy. So Tracy, and I think it's McCarthy, that sounds right. They're doing a knit-along. I believe it starts in March, and it goes for 95 days. That is how long their little Remy lasted in the NICU. And we're going to try and link her story and things like that out there, or at least the Ravelry group where you can get linked up with the people. But they're asking people to knit preemie hats. I'm just used to saying charity hat.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I started one, and I've decided that, and I feel for Tracy, and I think it's a great cause, but I've decided to send them to the NICU that Lucy was at. But I'm going to be knitting along with them and thinking of Remy as I knit them, and then I'm going to give them to some kids from Lucy's NICU. So I started one, and I know that it doesn't start until March, but I'm not worried about prizes. I'm going to probably knit a few.
Yeah.
And I just thought I'd give that a quick shout out. But another thing that I thought was fun is that I had knit Lucy a sock when she was very first born. And this one just barely fit her foot. She would not be able to grow into it. So this was the exact size of her foot when she was born.
Wow.
So I put it on my little index finger here and go like this. Wow. So that's how big her little feet were when she was born.
You must have measured right away, huh?
Yeah, I measured and I did everything, and I got it done in a day, right?
Yeah.
Like a few hours.
Sitting there with her.
Yeah, but then I put it on and I went, wow, that fits.
Yeah.
No more. So I didn't finish the other sock. What I ended up doing was saying, okay, that's my little keepsake.
Yeah.
To tell me how big she was. And I knew exactly where I kept it, so I had to bring it. And then I knit her another pair that she could grow into.
Yeah.
And a hat that Lucy, the 4-year-old, has since lost because she wanted it on her dollies and then lost it. I'm like, I kept that stuff right up until like a month ago. A month ago she got into her box that was in her closet and got out all those little tiny baby clothes and put them all in her dolls. And I'm like, but not the hand knits. Where are they going? I was a little nervous. I'm sure we'll find the hat someday, but right now it's lost, so I couldn't bring it in to show you. But I had this one started. It's a very similar pattern to the one I had before. Oh, hello, Max.
Yep, he came to say hello.
But that's all I had to say about that. I'm planning on knitting a few hats along. This one I started early so I could finish it for Nerd Wars because they're having a hat charity thread. And so I would finish this one for Nerd Wars and then keep going for the 95 days and try to get a good stockpile for the NICU here in town.
Cool.
And that's all I had for shout outs.
I feel like Knit Me Happy here with pets.
No, yeah.
Wandering in. It's only a matter of time before Max Smith came and joined us, huh? Oh, and there he goes.
Yeah, go to the coat.
Yeah. They huddle on Amy's coat for some reason. It smells like your cat.
I don't know. Yeah, Chaz is already down there, so he's hanging out on the coat.
All right. What you've all been waiting for, the prizes for the knit along. We decided I got here to show the.
So these are going to be just 4 little prizes, but we think they're awesome. So.
Plus the real prize, and I feel like there should be like a backdrop hum or something. It's the cardigan that you now get to wear. The pride that you feel.
The pride that you feel.
Yes,
that's right.
But it seems like that's always the subtext in most prize threads. Like,
yeah.
Not only do you get a chance to win, but you also have your wonderful
finished object.
So Knitter's gonna knit the Mr. Yarn project bag and the zombie barbecue fingering, which I've seen make some beautiful socks, as well as you could make a tiny little monster guy out of it. A lot of them.
So we have our walking Wisty in travel base for the zombie colorway, and this is a self-striping, so that'll fit nicely into our March knit along.
Yes.
Now hopefully we'll get these sent out as soon as possible so that you can possibly do that. But that's another, so 2 lovely skeins of yarn.
Yes.
And then this bag that I had shown you before that my mommy made. So this is, she is going to be 210th Street Designs on Etsy. And she's got a shop out there. She said that it's going to have some camera bags soon, but she needs deadlines. So I'm giving you a deadline, Mother. So this is one of her little tiny zip bags. It's a tiny wedge. Again, you can fit just like 1 sock project in there. That's about it. And But yeah, she'll have, hopefully have her site up by the time we make the drawing.
Cool. So by next week?
Yes. Well, yeah. She said she likes deadlines. She needs them, is I guess what she really said. I need deadlines.
Ah.
So now she has one.
So we will have 4 prize drawings next week, and that's for the pictures posted out in the finished objects thread. So if you have a cardigan dangerously close to being finished, wrap her up. Yeah, get some finished object photos taken and slap her in there, because next week this time, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
All you got is a whip.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't even got the finished object. That's the prize.
Close, yeah.
Yeah, so get her in there. So anyway, right now, just in case you are a statistics person like me, 113 tagged projects out in Ravel Land, and 81 finished objects in the finished objects thread. So that means there's still quite a few, 30 odd ones that could be wrapped up in the next week. Go Gadget cardigan.
Karen looks like she might be headed towards 2.
I know, I saw that.
Like, oh my goodness.
She's gonna do the self-striping too. I'm just so excited. All right. I think that's the odds and ends.
FOs then, right?
Yes.
I'll let Megan go. She's got a lot.
I got a bazillion. This week was finish time for me. I've got my scarf that you probably haven't heard anything about, but this is my triangle, and I sent a note out to the
hold half of it.
Sure. I sent a note out to my test knitters. I got to where I had 9 zigzags, 9 V's, and got to the edging and was about 8 rows short. So I had to rip back. The space is a little heavier than the Tosh Merino Light, and it only had 360 yards for 120 grams, I believe. Okay. So it was a little heavier. So I'll have to be using somebody else's, but it knit up great. Christina Knits, Christy saw it, and it's like, oh, the triangle looks so much different than the hexagon. And I was like, well, you could just imagine that there wasn't that one there when you're looking at it, I guess. But very happy with it. Yes. Okay, that's one. More. Yep. Oh, and just, I'm not going to give away any of my information, but look at that beautiful pattern, thanks to Miss Katie. Pattern wizard extraordinaire. It was kind of a finished object. If you've seen this before, but now it's got the spiky doos on it.
And he's not wearing it tonight.
No,
I guess it's not cold enough, really.
No, if you look at my finished object photos, my son insisted on putting it on, and he looks like Mushmouth because it's like over his shoulders. It's so wide. And he's like, so Jeremy was like, am I gonna get to wear that anytime soon? I was like, well, I finished it, but then I gotta show it that the cool flames.
Well, it's on the same night too. So
yep. Like, So next week he'll be wearing it if you see anybody. Got a little black mouth and orange eyes. Yep.
Cool.
All right, there was finishing there, and then I wrapped up the all hands. Oh, I forgot that I put the extra in there because I have to send it back. Little surprise, all hands on deck.
It was a big.
Yeah, they fit my husband's hands. So I figured for a sample knit, you kind of want it to fit most hands, right? So I think it turned out really nice. It's cool. It's a pretty colors. So those mitts got finished up. And then I don't think I have anything else. That's all she wrote. 3. Only 3, only 3.
I got 1.
Woohoo!
So these
and
are
it's not even a hoe.
Yeah, exactly. I got a whole sock. So, yep, 2. I should have brought sock blockers, but 1.
And is that the
2?
Oh, that's the cookie A.
This is a cookie A from last year. It's the April last year. Something yarn over. So yo, Y-O. Boysenberry yo, I think. So, cool.
Yes. And those are for you?
Yes, these are mine.
Wow.
And then that's all she wrote. I have a lot of things that are dangerously close to being finished.
Yeah.
But nothing made it.
Because you got some car knitting done, right?
Yes, lots of car knitting. But it's all on things that were long languishing, so it's very satisfying and everything's very close. But you'll see those in WIPs.
I felt that way about my finishing. It was like that mask has been laying around, and then Net 84. I wove her ends in so that I could wear that cardigan. What else? Blocking this and weaving it. It just seemed like I had a pile of stuff that I was like, zoink, zoink, zoink. You know, finish. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk before my barrage? Because I got a million. I too, I'm going to show you everything because everything got love this week.
All right. My LAR did not get any love this week, mostly because of all of those finished objects, as well as I had that obligation knitting. So I had my sample knit and then some other stuff. So here is the beginnings of my, I've got one other leg. I've got a leg wandering about. Where is she? Yeah, so this is Lurleen, the laundry monster. In the pattern, she has spots, but I don't think I'm going to do spots just because this variegated yarn doesn't need any spots. But this is her other arm here, and I was very careful about my stuffing because I knew that it would be seen by you. I did the fluff and then the fill around the outside and then pack it down in the middle, and I don't know, you can kind of see some of the filling, although I think some of it's just my mind filling in the white with the white. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I usually go a little bit tighter than this, but I'm also, I don't know.
This is the Boss, the 716 Knits Boss that she sent. Yeah, the DK that she sent. I'm doing it on 4s.
Okay.
So I could probably go down to a 3. But it's just knitting up super cute. I love the variegated and it's super soft. I don't know. I love her base. This Boss base is super soft.
I'm going to start mine in the self-striping because I got striping yarn.
Ooh, yeah.
And
I know somebody that's doing a self-striping knit along. Oh, wait, that's us.
Yeah.
Are you going to wait till March? Oh, wait, you can't win any prizes anyway.
But it's a monster, so I'm waiting till March for Diane.
Ah, that's right.
I've been very tempted to start lots of things, but I'm like, nope. I want to enter into the different knit-alongs.
Yeah.
So
this is like a big bowling pin to me.
It's cute.
Yeah. If I could, if I needed to ever make yeah, this is the first toy that I've knit, and so my kids are like, "That's for me, right, Mommy?" So I'm like, "No, actually, it's for somebody else." Who? I'm like, "You don't know them." Will you knit me one tonight, Mommy? Is what?
Oh, tonight, yeah.
I've got my toddler said. And I was like, I knit you a pair of socks, and you haven't worn them once, buddy.
In your face, toddler.
Yeah, not only that, but then my husband lost the hat that I knit him. So I'm almost like, I'm not going to give you this ski mask. You lost the hat that I knit you. So I don't know where it went. I'm like, wow, thanks, honey. So, yep, this is my work in progress. The LAR is going to get worked on next, so hold me accountable. Next week, LAR should be finished because it's just sleeves. Very close.
Yeah. If not, it's going to be so close.
Yes.
And this thing will be done.
Yes. Well, this thing's going to go off to its new home.
So bye-bye.
So, yeah, this is all you're going to see other than photos out on Ravelry. So
I have to keep mine a secret. So I already knit my thing, and you're not going to see it.
Your swap partner knows who you are.
Yes, the secret is out. But I'm going to talk about my parade of whips. Okay, so I got a few more edges done on Megan's pattern.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
So I'm kind of in the middle of a row. but it's very easy, so I can do that.
Yes.
So I probably am just going to make this last section start the edging, because I'm noticing that this is getting really spread out at the bottom, and I don't want it to get too weird. So I want to keep it, like, if it gets too long, it's going to, like, do some sort of weird thing with the repeats.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep going until I get to that edging, and this is all still one ball. So I'm, and these were supposed to be, smaller balls, I thought. But yeah, there's only 195 yards in them, supposedly. So I might even just have to bust into the second ball a little bit.
Yeah.
And have leftovers.
Woot.
And
looks nice.
Try to go a little quicker yet. You saw the preemie hat. And this is the long languishing Earth and Sky. Oh shoot, I should have gotten to the end of a row for you. But I've decided to end with only 4 repeats, even though I have enough yarn to do like 7. Because I got to this many and it was a really decent size, and I decided that I was done with the pattern.
Yeah.
And so this is the most interesting part, the center. And once it gets blocked, I think, I'll show it again and it's going to be amazing. But I am on the border now. So I am very much on my way to finishing this one.
On your way home?
Yes. So I get a few more days on that and it'll be done. So again, I think Megan's shawl is almost done. I think this one's almost done. Now, hopefully not too many distractions, and I will get those done. I got some more
matching bag.
Yeah. Matchy. I got some more points done on this. So I am up to,
well, you've got all kinds of scarves
19
shawls on.
I think I'm up to 19.
Cool.
I'm not going to count them in front of you. Make you suffer that.
Like Sesame Street.
1, 2,
3.
Or even better, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
And the sad thing is I do that and my kids are like, she's insane.
Gotta go find a YouTube clip of the little pinball thing that goes around.
They did like an updated one too, didn't they? I don't know. No.
And then this is my stocking, and it got a lot of love too. So it is down to only.
Does your stocking fit on the head?
12 roll. Good. 12 rows of the pattern, and then I am on to toe, and I'm done. So this is another, like, oh, so close. I wish that color work wasn't so intense and I could just do it in the car, but
yeah.
And this one could have been done in the car. It's not too fussy, but at the same time, I like to have things be easy in the car. And then I think that this is the last of them. I hope this is the last of them. It's Lar. And oh yeah, I have another sweater that did not get love. So it's not everything that I'm working on, but it's everything that got some love. And this got, I think, at least another 1/2 inch. I need to do that little doohickey where you put in the little last place you showed. So yeah, making progress. It's like only 7 more inches to go.
You do have quite a bit less garter down at the bottom.
Yes, I just did the basics, so it's kind of rolling up, but I do, it does feel like when I stretch it, it's gonna block just fine. So anyway, but that felt like good progress because I'd just be knitting on it and I'd be like, oh, I think I got another 1/2 inch. And I measure, sure enough, there we go. But I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but it's 300 and some stitches around.
Yes, it is a lot. I will give you that.
And that's why I only have 1 FO, is because I gave all of those things attention. Not just one thing, that would have ended in an FO, but no, I had to give everything a little bit of attention because my ADD was active.
You're a good mommy. You give love to all your projects, right?
I suppose. But that was it. I do have this. I got my musical swap
already
package.
Fun.
And I didn't show it. I didn't bring any of the goodies. There was some tea and a candle. And
what was your musical?
I think she picked My Fair Lady because it was English tea, and there was some pretty flower notepads and I don't know, just basic stuff. Some body butter that smelled good, and but then this. So it was a really long scarf and this really interesting pattern. Got the ruffles on the side, but I didn't get any information. So Fran, I don't know if you watch me as well as Steve, but if you could shoot me a line and let me know what it is. I'm definitely going to go post it out in the swap and thread. I just got it when I got home this evening. So
what a surprise.
Yeah, so I'm going to see what it is. Post it out there. Maybe Steve can hook me up with Fran because she didn't give me her Ravelry name.
That's kind of the hard part about secret swaps, I would think. It's like, well, how do I even contact this person?
Well, and also she had mentioned that this was her first Yarny swap, and she probably didn't know that I would want to know the details, like all the dish, dish, what did you knit me, and what's the yarn, because I got nothing. I don't know what this is. I mean, it's a basic wool. It's not super squishy soft, but it's still really nice, and I like
in the very least it'd be good to know whether or not you can wash it.
This is true. Yes, that would be good to know. So thank you, Fran. I don't know if she watches our podcast as well, but thank you. I really like my scarf, and my other little goodies will be put to good use, and I think I got some chocolate too, so
I should probably start checking my front door. Packages get left there and then we don't find them, and then people come over. I guess you just walked in the front door.
I didn't see anything big to trip over, but that one day I just happened to notice she has a little shelf on the side of her, a ledge on the side of her doorway. And, oh, hey, look, an Amazon package. Like, I don't think everybody would have seen that.
Yeah, so if I'm not expecting it, I don't go out there and check. So,
but I also got 2 other packages in the mail, so one of the packages was goodies for my swap partner, so I can't share that. But but I got the Erin Mommy Needs Yarn pot of bursary drawing prize.
She was so surprised. Her reaction to it was priceless.
And so I love my Mommy Needs Yarn prize package. So I got the Highland Handmade Sugar Maple Sock Yarn in the Empress colorway, which is really cool. And it's a 75% wool and 25% nylon superwash wool.
Cool.
That's a kind of a halo base. It's fuzzy.
Yeah. What did you say it has in it?
Huh? Just superwash wool and nylon.
I was thinking it had alpaca.
It looks very fuzzy. It's got a halo. And then she sent me fiber to hopefully get me addicted to spinning, I think, is her intention. But if she's watching this, I don't know what the green stuff is. It doesn't have a tag. So I'm just, it's very squishy and it's soft, and it's probably a nice, easy fiber for me to spin with, because she knows that I am a complete novice. And then I have this one has a tag. So it's a Flawful Fiber and Yarns. This is called Velvet and Roses. And it's, I think I saw Corriedale. And it's a combed top Corriedale, almost 4 ounces. But yeah, so, and then I got a little sample of Highland Handmade's 1 ounce. And this was a BFL Tussa silk called 18 Flavors. So I thought that was kind of cool. But that's all I had for acquisitions, really. Oh, I guess you kind of saw it. Knitting's my bag. I got a Lois Knitting's my bag, and I love it. It's in our colors.
Yeah. With the flowers.
It's flowery, but it's in our Stocking Knit Zombie colors. And I picked out the fabric and did a custom one because I wanted the medium. Because I think I don't know if it's a little bit wider, but it's definitely taller than her small bag. So this is the medium bag, and it fits my large pretty good. It's got plenty of extra room in there, and it'll fit sweaters, and that's what I wanted it for. So that was an acquisition, and all of these things that I did not pay for that I love. Thank you, Erin. I almost said my own name.
Thank you to me.
Yes,
for
thank
being
you to
a
me.
watcher of Mommy Needs Yarn. Well, she says she never wins anything, so I just.
Oh yes, I don't. Usually, I mean, yeah, I haven't in a long time, so this is awesome. This was very exciting to find out on the podcast and be like, oh my gosh, I'm surprised, and yeah. So 3 things. This is a small ounce sampler of fiber and then some yarn. I am nervous about the fiber. I could do not, but I have been spinning with some of the little samples that I got, little things that people have given me. So I don't know if it's going to create a yarn, but it's at least getting me to practice. And I haven't been good about doing it every day. So
one of my favorite things about monsters, you don't have to weave in it.
Yes.
Poke them in. And
Yep. Another tip from my mother for stuffing and stuff is that you get your end and you shove it down as far as you possibly can and out the bottom and then clip it.
Yep.
Because I've had a few monsters that were given to me that got clipped really close up top, and then my kids got a hold of them and they came back to me with the yarn going bloop, out the top. So yeah, all the way down, all the way to the bottom, and out.
I was kind of afraid I was going to lose my needle, but that is what I did. Like, intuitively, I was just kind of like, well, I don't want to do it real close up top here, so maybe I'll just stick it through as far as I can. And
yep. That's
what I did here too. So the top one is
yep,
coming back down through here, and then I can use this to seam it up, right?
Yep. That's what I do. Yep. Very few ends to anything else. Just kind of shove it in.
I'm kind of with Lisa of 90% Knitting Fiber Nymph.
These are too futzy.
That they're a little futzy for me. Well, I'm using ginormous cables here and not double points, and the ends kind of, the tips on my fours kind of start to come off a little bit and wiggle when there's a little bit of pressure. But other than that, it's been enjoyable. I mean, I did this in less than 24 hours, so. Quick turnaround, you feel like you get a lot of momentum really fast. So, my acquisitions and enabling, I'm going to take this off here. I went to Darn It Anyway in Stillwater. I tried to get this cat to go with me, but she was going down to Iowa, and I was like,
family obligation.
I had in-law in town and wanted to go to Stillwater, but everybody ended up coming with me anyway. So the whole fam, including my father-in-law, went. But they were having a 40% off sale. So this wasn't 40% off, but this is my zombie. I was actually walking around with the lettuce colorway going, which one's closer here? So this is just Cascade 220 in the color number 8914. That I thought would make a good worsted weight zombie. Okay. And then these pretties are also going to be some sort of monster. They were 40% off, and
so this is Malabrigo. I've never seen this color
Selection Prova, yeah.
Wow, that's a crazy color.
Yes.
Malabrigo.
Yes. And then this is Royal Alpaca that was also 40% off that I just kind of chose to go with it. So it's a little furrier, but
furry monster.
Yeah. Very soft. Christy also got some, and she said she was possibly going to play around with holding it held double and making a really big monster for her son.
Cool.
But wanted to give a shout out to Becca and Jennifer and Smurfy, Sarah. Sarah stopped by and rest of the gals, we all had barbecue, and we were kind of sitting around, and I was like, this is what I dreamed of when I was growing up, of like going shopping and having lunch with friends and whatever on a Sunday afternoon. And Becca was like, going to yarn shops and eating barbecue, that was what you dreamed of when you were a little girl? And I was like, well, maybe not that in that terms. I didn't knit growing up, and I was eating a salad and not barbecue, but it was the concept, and so it was a lot of fun, and I really like Stillwater. It's a very artisan type community, and reminds me of Boulder.
Is she the Miranda of the group? You give everybody a Sex and the City name.
Yeah. Jennifer brought her daughter. And,
okay.
Her daughter and Ellie were just like, they were like playing with things together, because I think she's 9. Jennifer,
okay.
You can correct me. And then Christy got her iPad out, and daughter was like, zoink!
No!
Daughter of 2 geeks, let's play Angry Birds for 3 hours so she didn't do very much knitting. My daughter didn't.
Oh, her little... That's too bad.
Yep, but that was my acquisitions and enabling. These will be monsters sometime soon. I had one that had a little less yellow in it, but I really like the pop of yellow.
So it's fun.
Yeah. And that is all I got. That's all. Just
4 skeins.
Just 4 skeins. But I got it for like $30. So
all 4.
All 4 of them. Can't beat that.
No, you can't.
So
yeah, I have no idea what my acquisitions cost, and I don't want to know. Yeah, I'm good.
I don't have any more to say. Which is hard to believe, because I'm a big talker. So I think I've said my piece for today. I'm just like sitting here going, what is this episode going to be called? My mind has already passed talking to you and on to producing it.
Production phase.
I am. So have a great day after Fat Tuesday, since this is when this will be published, and get those cardigans done. Man, you put it off to the last minute, and like Amy's mom, you need a deadline, and so next Tuesday at 8:00.
Locking that thread.
We are locking it. You do not get the last day of February. I'm sorry, even though it is a leap year, and what are you going to do with your extra day?
Maybe during our podcast we'll give them permission to start.
Yeah, you can start another.
Like, you can start March early, kind of thing.
Yeah. In stocking that zombie, easy for me to say, calendar tomorrow doesn't exist. It's March already.
It's not tomorrow yet.
Yeah.
But that's all I had.
Okay. Well, endings are always so awkward. We should just be like, we're done.
So,
happy knitting.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Ufta.